Hey guys, it's Miko from ML Sound Lab, and yes, we have new Reflex impulse responses out. This one is called the Andro 64. Okay, a quick recap of what Reflex impulse responses are. I've been making impulse responses for like 20 years now. Many of the stock cabinets on a Fractal X effects are done by me. Almost half of the Quad Cortex impulse responses have been done by me. I've been around. But during this time of making impulse responses with traditional normal guitar cabinets, I've always had some problems with how traditional guitar cabinets mic up. And I don't really want to process impulse responses because that leads to non-timeless impulse responses. So what I really wanted to do is to optimize the guitar cabinet. So I reached out to Zilla Cabs, Paul from Zilla, essentially went and I spec'd what I wanted. We came to a conclusion that he would modify a Zilla Fat Baby to be very oomphy. What it is, it's a 1x12 that sounds just as big as a Mesa 4x12. It's just a 1x12, so it doesn't have any of the problems that you get with traditional guitar cabinets. Now, this is the Andro 64. So that's the Eminence GA64 speaker. That is an optimized new version of what they believe, or Alessandro believes, a 64 speaker would have sounded like. So 64, most likely referring to some combos from the year 64. Let's have a listen to what that sounds like. I kind of tried to do a John Mayer-y kind of a song demonstration, so let's have a listen to what that actually sounds like. So this is actually a very quick demo that I made, and this is actually in a bigger session. It's my solo project, but I just used a bit of the drums where I have one of the best drummers I know from Finland, Anssi Tirkkonen, amazing jazz drummer. He does everything amazingly. Anyways, he's playing the drums for my solo project that I'm working on, and I just picked a part of drums from a chorus and did something different to it. So that's what this is. I can't really show the session for that reason, but there's no post-processing anywhere. I'm going to show you what's in here. So the drums is demo drums, and this is the kit. So Byzance in the cymbal side, Dwell on the shells, Ludwig snare, Lux, and Yamaha Jams kick. That's essentially what it's all about. No humanizing because it's actually played by a human being, so I don't need to use a humanizing. Very mix ready that way, and man, does it sound like a real drummer. Anyways, the guitars are the most important part, and I'm actually using the triple rev G, which is pretty silly, going for a John Mayer sound with a triple rectifier. But essentially what I have going on is the orange channel, and I am using the Andro 64 Sparkle mix. So that is the first mix in the pack. And I want to use some distortion so you can actually hear the character of the cabinet. If I'm using like a fully clean sound, I don't think you hear completely what it sounds like. So let's have a listen to just these guitars. You'll get a better understanding of what it actually sounds like. So very fat in the low end and a super early frequency roll off in the high. So I'm talking like if a V30 rolls off around 4K hertz, these vintage combo speakers tend to roll off almost like 2.5K, and that's where the frequency roll off starts. So you get a very fat sounding speaker Probably some people would prefer to use some speakers like that for bass, but you know, for this style of music, and why not even metal, you could get some very interesting sounds where you're never going to sound nasty. The high end will always be super pleasant, and that is why these kinds of speakers sound so good with combos, is because they just don't have any of those nasty frequencies in there. They don't have any 4 or 5K, it's just completely rolled off. Now, if this was in a combo, you would have a very subdued low end, but because it is in the Reflex cabinet, you get a super flat neutral range all the way down, very super low, low end, almost in the sub area, I would say, and so everything is shifted lower. And that is the magic of the Reflex Andro 64 pack. I'll have more descriptions about all of these new Reflex impulse response releases, so check the link below and see you on the next one. I've been Mikko from ML Sound Lab. Bye bye.